Hi there, Jonathan. My name is Brian Campbell, and I'm here to do your peer review for your project. I'm going to start with the written portion. First, an overall impression. The PowerPoint presentation was especially strong. The graphics, the backgrounds, the fonts, everything, the layout, it was exceptional. I thought it was outstanding. Something I would never even have thought of. So, kudos for that. The server roles, shell, text editor, environment variables, files and directories, excellent, full points. Hardware and software installation, you gave good info about what that means, but what I wanted to see was what exactly are we doing at Promised Land with our hardware and our software. So in other words, what machines, how is it going to be hooked up, a lot of details I was looking for there. The grub, excellent job. The users and groups, you gave a good definition of what that means, but again, I would have liked specifics like what your groups were and how they would be created and who would manage them and how are they going to be used for your network. Localization, great job. Process and services, mostly great. I had to knock off a point or two for more specific information would have been nice, like what are user processes versus system processes? How would we manipulate those processes? What services will we be using at Promised Land? And how would we monitor or set them up? System monitoring. Again, excellent definitions. And you gave a good example of a monitoring command. I would have liked to have seen more details as to other kinds of monitoring. What other kind of commands can we use to monitor and what do they do? How would we use that information? Networking. Again, good definitions, but no actual information about the specific network that we're building at the data center. Are we using DHCP? Are we using static? What kind of servers are we using? What kind of client computers? How is it going to be hooked up? Are we using a firewall? Are we whitelisting our computers? How are we hooking to the other Promised Land buildings? Do we have a fiber network? How is it built? So those are the things I would have liked to have seen. Scripting, you gave a good definition of what scripting was. I would like to know, though, what exactly is scripting, and who would write our scripts and who would test our scripts, and more information there. Security was great. The written document overall very strong, especially the layout and presentation I thought was excellent. Now the video, it was exceptional as well. Full points on almost everything. The only thing I can even say is that the mounted 40 gigabyte drive, you didn't show that it was actually mounted. You did show that it was ext4 and you did show that it was 40 gigabytes, but you never showed the mounting process. And then the install desktop, you showed that you had a GUI or a GUI, but you didn't show the steps that it took to go from the command line to that. I would have liked to have seen that. The conclusion was really nice. It was really succinct and to the point, and you wrapped it up beautifully. So overall, exceptional. The strongest aspects of this project was the very clear, concise explanation on the video of every step in a logical and ordered manner. The video was very good. And on the written portion, it was exceptionally attractive and the layout was great. What could have been improved? The written presentation could have used a little less definitions and a little more application of those definitions to the specific network we're building at the data center. If I was a stakeholder, would I adopt this solution? Oh, of course, absolutely. I would adopt this solution, and Mr. Nuttall, you would be leading the way building our data center network. Congrats.